Hey guys, so I'm gonna make that cheeseburger potato casserole, whatever you want to call it. So basically, get a pan or a baking sheet, whatever. Well, pan actually, a baking pan. It has to have at least 3 inches or four of side, so it doesn't leak. About 2.5 to 3 pounds of hamburger meat, depending on your size of the pan, and also how thick you want the patty to be. So I got about 3 pounds of 93.7 this time. It works fine, really good with 80, but it tends to shrink the patty a lot, about 20%, but that's basically the fat. And what it does is it leaves a lot of fat in the bottom. So this one, hopefully it won't, because 93.7. So about almost 3 pounds, 2.5, almost 3 pounds. Why I say that? Because when I put these together, I didn't exactly weigh them until afterwards, and they all range from 2 to 3 pounds. So average weight was 2.25, 2.5 kind of deal. So I'm gonna use this. So I packaged it on 118. So a few weeks ago, a week ago actually. So I'm gonna put this in the pan. Once I do that, I'm gonna season it with some seasoning because it's actually a steak, right? Let's get some seasoning here. That'll be good for that. So we're going to use the Montreal steaks seasoning from McCormick. So we use that, not too much because that actually has really good flavor, but not to the point that if you put too little, you'll get a hit here and there of flavor. That's great. If you put too much, every single bite's going to taste like infused flavor, and it's going to be too strong. So let me cut this open and throw it in the pan, and then I'll get back to you. So it's in the pan now. I get to put the seasoning in. A good coating on top should be more than enough to do it. And then you mix it in. The best rule about seasoning, if you think it's going to be a lot, don't put too much, put a little bit. You can always add more, you can never take it away. And no, adding sugar doesn't contradict salt or other flavors. So let's do that, and also I'm going to add some pepper flakes, red crushed pepper flakes. All up to taste. I like it spicy, so just open the can. So there it is. So once you're done with the meat, you smash it up and you make it into the corners of the whole container using your pan or tray. And also get about 3 to 4 large red potatoes or whatever type of potato you want, 3 or 4 or even 5. Cut them in half, so basically half the potato. Then the half, cut it in sections. So that's how you do it. So basically, I'm using organic red skin potatoes because I don't want to be peeling them. You can use a mandolin, probably better for you. The drawback I'm not using a mandolin is because I lost the fight with the mandolin, and it took a piece of my finger with it. So I'm gonna wait for it to heal, then I'm gonna try again the mandolin. So I'm gonna do this, but right now I'm gonna go get some onions because I want to make sure I put some onions before the potatoes. So I got one yellow onion. I was gonna use yellow and purple, but the purple ones were a little past date, so they're a little expired. So these look still good. So put them all over the meat. Try to separate them. You can do them like I did, this style cut, or you can do chopped. Or if you're lazier than me and have a little extra money, buy them already pre-chopped. So there you go with that. One thin layer of onions. And now the potatoes. What I do is just cover them up, cover the whole meat. the potatoes. You don't have to use as many potatoes. Some people just do one or two thinly sliced, or they slice them like or what's it called? Gratin potatoes, all gratin. I hope I said that right or pronounced that right. So get the potatoes all the way around. Also, if you have some cilantro, you could use that right now. Actually, mix it up with the potatoes before you put it in there. Some olive oil with the potatoes, or some basil, all kinds of different ingredients. So, because I did 4 large potatoes. There you go. So potatoes are in there. I'm gonna use some McCormick garlic salt. I mixed it in with the menudo mix. So, menudo mix you can buy for at the dollar store or any store you want. The reason it has oregano, pepper flakes, and crushed paper flakes. You just put it on top. So the potatoes are going to be sweating once they're in the oven, when they start to steam up. Like I said, you can put as much as you want, but remember, you can put more, you can put less and add more later and do it that way, or put too much and hopefully eat some sweet as dessert so you don't waste the food. So this gets covered up right now, then throw in the oven at 350 degrees for what, 40 minutes. At 30 minutes, 40 minutes, check it. Meat should be done. Get some cheese, whatever cheese you want. Sprinkle it on top and then seal it and then put it in the oven uncovered. But right now we're going to put it in the oven covered for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I wrapped up the meat in the pan. So I left a little bit of that. And now it goes in the oven. In the drawer if you can. You want this to cook right. So there it goes. 30 minutes, check it out, see if it works. And if not, if it's well done, put in cheese. So we had 30 minutes at 350 degrees. That's how it goes. Check and look at it. Smell the hamburger, the potatoes, and the onions. That's really good. So, starting to look like this now. Let's see how the potatoes react. Almost cooked, not always, but almost. Let's do another 20 minutes. And I already have the ice, the cheese thawing out. So I always freeze a lot of cheese, so thaws out in about 20-30 minutes. So I put it close to the oven to thaw it faster. I'm going to use about that whole bag. That's about 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds, on top of this. So it's going to be really good. So cover it back up and leave it at 350. Actually, we should do it uncovered because the potatoes are actually really easy to move around. Oh no, still, this one's really hard down here. So cover it up still. Need to cook that a little bit longer. So back in the middle again. Actually, not the middle, the top. This time because I need to cook it a little bit harder on the top than the bottom. So back in there, let's say 20 more minutes. Okay, so it's been in the oven technically for an hour, right? So let's take it out. Check the potatoes. The potatoes need to be done. The meat's already done, that's for sure. But the potatoes were really good. Oh, steam, that was a good sign. So look. Take the oven glove off. Potatoes are not done yet. See? Ooh, hot. Not done yet. The meat's juices are all up. That's good. That's protecting the meat from overcooking and burning. So, see how much of a pressure I had to put on it. So it's gonna be another 20 minutes. It's getting there though. I'm gonna actually jack up the temperature to 400. So up to 400. The reason it's taking longer is because you see the vent here. If I would have sealed it better with more foil, probably would have got it cooked faster. So let me put that in there. And plus, I did do the potatoes a little thick, so I'm checking the thicker potatoes. I know the thin potatoes are already done. So see, like this one. Not bad. Seasoning's pretty good. Kilos. So, back in the oven. This time 400 degrees. Top rack again. Eat my potato. See you guys. So it's been in the oven, I think, a total of like an hour and 20 minutes. So let's check out what it is now. It should be done. Last time I made them thinner, so they cooked hella quick. Oh, a lot of steam, so that's a good sign. Yeah, potatoes are done. You could tell. Yep, they done. So this is how it looks after an hour and 20 minutes at actually 60 minutes at 350 and 20 minutes at 400 degrees. So that's actually 80 minutes in total, an hour and 20 minutes. Now, rinse my hand, I'll wash it again, and pour all the cheese you want. So this is how the shredded cheese looks after it was separated from the vacuum seal bag. So, don't be cheap on the cheese. The cheese is not bad. Potatoes, cheese, and hamburger meat are really good. Basically, it is a naked burger. So, I'm gonna go overkill on cheese. Completely overkill. The cheese looks like less, but it's a lot more once it's shredded. So, all this cheese, cover everything of the potatoes you can. Hopefully you're not lactose intolerant and you're eating cheese like crazy. Might do just dump the whole thing in there. So, cover all the meat, all the potatoes. Make sure nothing's exposed. Missed the spot. I need more cheese, I think. No. So, now this goes back in the oven. 400 degrees still fine. You can lower it down. 400. But I'm not going to. 400, 10 minutes. Just get the cheese all melted. And if you really wanted more, you can do 15, 20. Get the little cheese a little crispy. So, back in it goes. 12 minutes. So 12 minutes have passed. Let me check on this. See how the cheese is getting perfection. So for me, this is done. It is ready. Just pull this sucker out. So this is how it's gonna look. And basically, you can't use tongs to get this out. You have to use a spatula, a good sturdy one, probably metal. I'm gonna wash this though. get watermarks, so I rinse it, get all those watermarks. So, use my right hand. This is done. I can let it rest. It's perfectly fine to let it rest. But we slice it like pizza. Cut a piece out. Actually, like lasagna almost. Once you get the concept of cooking this way, meals become so easy and so many options come to mind. So, that's how it looks. I'm going to put this in the plate before I drop it. See the chewy, the cheesy goodness. So that's how it looks. Once you pour it out. Not a bad dish, huh? I gotta say. So hopefully you guys make the same dish, but differently. I wish I had some jalapenos to throw in when I was putting the onions. I would have put some jalapenos with the onions right between it, so you'll get a little kick. But I put the chili flakes, so that's how it's gonna be. Just, I would say, wait a little bit longer than me to try it out. So, enjoy if you make this dish. Meat's perfect. Not overcooked, not dry. Easy. Low fat because we use a 97. You can use the 80. The only difference is it'll be greasy. You just drain out the grease if you want. Or turkey, or mixture. Many things you can do. So this is my dish. Basically calling this like a cheeseburger casserole. I hope you guys enjoy it. See ya.